see a longtime star, Patrick Peterson. He stayed active a week ago with an 8-tackle performance. It's the Vikings and the Eagles on Monday Night Prime Time.
Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Tonight we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Fields this way up at the 17. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Vikings offense coming out for the first time, and in his 5th season leading this crew, coming off his 3rd career Pro Bowl nod, Kirk Cousins.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener and threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First play and a first pass for Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Now Cousins. And that is incomplete. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Our game here, the Vikings and Eagles, the 2nd of 2 on this Monday night. The Titans and Bills kicked off a little over an hour ago up in Buffalo. And this, our only Monday night doubleheader of the season. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Now, for the first time, we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual-threat quarterback now in his 3rd season, Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for a Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. The numbers for Sanders last week, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Hurts throw complete there to Smith. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And a short gain here down to the 22. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Eagles at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Another run here with Sanders. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. Second down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. Now Sanders. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Oh, the sneak, it's Hurts, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Hurts, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They start the drive with Cook. Oh, good move. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Play fake, Cousins. Steps away. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. On third down, Cousins. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. picked off by Madden. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Devontae Smith's workload certainly didn't get any lighter going from being a Heisman Trophy winner at Alabama to his first year with the Philadelphia Eagles. 104 targets as a rookie, and his 916 yards, they were the most for a Philly wideout since 2015. They go to him there for a first down.
And he is going to lose yardage here. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown. Of the year. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Cousins going to bat it forward here on the jet sweep. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To throw, Cousins. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Cousins on first down. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand. Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete. Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted. He's got a man, complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. Breaks a tackle, now an alley. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still,
Gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Right back to Sanders on first down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where it was the Ravens who get the win at home. Lamar Jackson, couple of touchdown passes as his guys win their 2nd straight to start the year. From there, we're off to check out another game, and they were victorious in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Cooper Kupp, well over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were winners in that one over the visiting L.A. Chargers. Patrick Mahomes, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Vikings. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Both these teams making their final halftime adjustments. We're just about ready to get back to football. So for the call of the second half, we get back up to Philadelphia and Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway from the 10. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Oh, the sneak gets hurt. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop at the yard shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. They were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the incomplete pass there, but the roughing the passer call bails them out.
Which means you have to stay on the field on defense longer because you've given the offense free snaps, not to mention the free yardage after that mistake.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. First down Vikings. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Hassan Reddick able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, first down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on second down.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Cousins now. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. And his kick is indeed good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
So here are the Eagles to take over. Last week, good result. They were able to beat the Detroit Lions, and now they are on the good side of the scoreboard right now as well. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Sanders. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up 4th down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them. What a time for his first catch as they get the conversion on 4th.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Hurts on the option right. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And he's got room. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 96 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. And that's complete to Sanders. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Miles Sanders with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Eagles are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth-quarter lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. Well, now how about this return? Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
To throw is Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Throwing, Cousins. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll throw again. Cousins. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. Touchdown, Vikings. Albert Wilson, 47 yards. And the Vikings are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles are going to recover. And that might be enough to put a bow on this one. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. That one looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his right. And this one is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And this is caught inside the 5. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. They'll run with Sanders, and he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Philadelphia, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Commanders. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.